You know, I hate to say it, but in
Well, then
episode...
don't.
I'm going to say it anyways.
Okay.
In episode 4,
Yes.
we had Bill McQuarrie.
Right.
And,
From
you know,
ISIC, Interior Science Innovation Council.
That's right.
Yeah.
And although, you know, at that point, I thought it was great that TRU was on board. I was, you know, thinking, yeah, I don't know if he's really hitting the nail on the head with Team TRU.
Well,
being
his
the one to
prediction was,
watch.
yeah.
But I got to tell you, all of the teams are absolutely amazing. They're incredible people. They're all going to be people to watch. But TRU is definitely right out of the gate giving the teams a run for their money. I mean, everybody's looking to double their investment, and Team TRU trying to multiply it by 10 times.
So
in
by
the
the end
first
of
cycle.
so by the end of the second cycle, they should be at 50,000, right, you guys? At third cycle, $500,000
$500,000.
Just keep going at that rate. You'll have $5 million in the bank by October. Yeah, of course, that's impossible.
Well,
Maybe not.
Nothing's impossible.
We'll see what happens. But, you know, you're right. And even though Team Thompson Rivers University seems to have this, you know, bold plan going forward, let us not, by any stretch of the imagination, think that the other teams don't also have some amazing long-term plans in place. Our videographer for this project, Jordan Nicholson from CJM Productions in Kamloops, was talking about his plans with Team Nexus. Of course, they're the big mystery team in this whole project. What are they doing? What do they look like? Who the heck are they? They've got some interesting stuff coming up, not only from videos, which we hope to be showing you very, very soon, but I had an opportunity to speak to some of the Nexus guys, and their plans are nothing short of staggering. You know, Peter, as we started the Race to a Million, one of our goals was to inspire creative and innovative thinking and give people the permission to succeed by essentially playing with house money and just letting their creative process go to work. And these teams are all coming up with strategies that are far beyond anything that I could have comprehended. But I think that it really speaks to the power of putting like-minded individuals together with a common goal. Even though we're still in the first investment cycle in the infancy of this entire contest, these teams are just absolutely blowing me away. And one of them in particular that really touched my heart this week was Team Genie.
Dean, I couldn't agree with you more. Team Genie is not only stepping to the mark with regards to, just like the other groups, putting themselves out there to double or more their money in their first investment.
Right.
They're also really stepping up to the plate regarding inspiring people to do something more than just make money.
And what's the old, you know, walk the walk, don't just talk the talk.
Yeah.
The Team Genie is really doing this. They have got a terrific relationship, as do all the groups, with their charity of choice. In the case of Team Genie, it just happens to be the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And the Make-A-Wish Foundation does amazing things for children that have terminal illnesses or, you know, perhaps a reduced quality of life as a result of disabilities, that kind of thing. They send them, you know, on trips to Disneyland and Disney World and really, as their name implies, make wishes come true. At our most recent mastermind meeting with Team Genie, they were talking about, you know, what they're going to do for the cycle, and all of a sudden the entire focus shifted to Michael Cohen, who is just an incredible guy, but also incredibly talented. Maybe you could lay out for the viewers what they decided to do in order to raise money for Team Genie, and then we can talk about how that fits into the whole Make-A-Wish thing.
Well, you know, they had the discussion back and forth about what the talents that they all had with at the table that they could bring to bear. And with Michael Cohen, Mike's background, as some of you will know, is very strong on the technical side. He's not only a fantastic network administrator and business computer systems troubleshooter. He's the founder or a co-founder of a company in Kamloops here called Geeks to Go.
Right.
And his partner Lyle carried on with that business. And Mike then went on to not only go back to school and completed studies for sociology.
Just
he
got his
also,
master's degree, yeah.
He also partnered and started up Canada's first stand-up MRI clinic.
With the Welcome Back Pain Management
Yeah.
Center is what he did.
And he
It's-
looks after the MRI and
Yeah.
all the technical aspects of the pain management
But
center.
what we're getting at here is the technical computer part of it.
You got it. So what Mike decided to do was to offer his spare time, which he doesn't have a lot of because they've got a
Yeah.
new baby on the way and all of that. But he decided he was going to offer his spare time, 100%, to the team, and like you said, to do a little something extra for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
So here in a nutshell is what it is. Mike loves working on computers, and he's very, 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 very good at what he does. So he's allocated what he calls technical blocks of time, on time, away from work, where he can actually pull himself away from his beautiful family to go work on computers.
Yeah.
So he's selling blocks of time at a nominal rate to Team Genie. And then he is going out and working off this time at a rate of $100 an hour. He's worth like $200-300 an hour. Like, this guy is
He's that good.
with business networks, computer-related issues and diagnoses. But he said, I'll just charge $100 an hour, 50 of which will go to the pile for Team Genie's investments in the race to $1 million, and 50 of which, from every hour, will go directly to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Now, what he wants to do is put together 120 hours of work
Right.
with his spare time.
Right.
And his goal is to donate a complete wish for a child, which costs approximately $6,000.
$6,000 is, yeah.
So he wants to do 120 hours with half the money going to Make-A-Wish, so that on behalf of his child, who's going to be born in the next 3 or 4 months,
Yeah, November, yeah.
that he can grant a wish for his child, being to grant a wish for another child.
Yeah, we were talking about it as the whole concept was kind of fleshing out, and a great example of masterminding and how, well, here's an idea. Well, have you thought about this? Let's rework it this way. What happens if we did this? And as we were in the middle of a break in the meeting, I went up to Michael as the conversation was developing, and I said, man, this is pretty cool what you're doing.
That's what it's all about.
I'm actually getting a little misty here, just kind of thinking about it. I said, your child is being born in November, and imagine the story you're going to be able to tell your child, honey, when you were being born, this is what Dad was doing on behalf of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And then Mike's eyes just lit up, and he said, that's what I'm going to do. He says, half the money's going to Make-A-Wish, and I'm going to donate it on behalf of my child, as he said. And at the end of the meeting, Peter and I were kind of debriefing the mastermind meeting and talking about the whole concept, and we just kind of sat there and went, wow, this is what it's all about, making a difference. And boy, it's touching stuff. But that being said, he's also going to be able to throw a whole pile of money onto the Team Genie Make-A-Wish, check that, the old Team Genie Race to $1 Million thing. So that is just one of the strategies from Team Genie, and we understand that it's been kind of a generic overview, but we promise that as the specifics of the strategies are made evident to us, we want to help the teams maintain a little bit of a competitive advantage, because at the end of every 3-week cycle, we're going to be spelling everything out. But, kind of as we bring this update video to a close, I thought that it might be a good idea for us to let you know that what we really, 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 really want out of this whole thing is to inspire people and groups of people to get together and, maybe get a little bit outside of their comfort zone, so to speak, to understand that it doesn't take much to make a huge difference in the world around us. So just, if I could kind of finish with my closing thoughts here, what we would love for you guys to do is maybe get together a little mastermind group of your own. 3 or 4 people that you might want to get together with, once every couple of weeks to talk about how to make your business better. Maybe work on bringing some new products to market. Now, of course, at Canada's Mastermind Development Corporation, which is the company that Peter and I started in order to foster masterminds because we believe in it so much, you can come to our website, race2amillion.ca, hit the contact link if you would like Peter and or I to contact you and kind of give you an overview about how to run an effective mastermind meeting. This whole Race to a Million thing is the result of a mastermind meeting. The Team Genie and Alpha and Matrix, all of those things are a result of mastermind meetings, and there's nothing stopping you from doing it today. Call your friends, say, hey, you know what, I want to help you out with your business. And when people get together with compassion and a real strong desire to do things on behalf of people that are close to them, all of a sudden the thought process starts. And all of a sudden, just a little spark of an idea gains some momentum, and it grows and it flourishes into some amazing things. And when you get together with like-minded individuals that are there to work on behalf of everybody else in the group, truly amazing things can happen. But here's the key. You have to get started. Mm-hmm. You have to, and it doesn't cost a thing. Just your time and your goodwill and effort on behalf of people that are important in your world. Whether that be coming up with a way to support a charity, whether that be a way to make a difference in your community. You know, the new school year is starting up right away. Perhaps there's some parents watching that have thought, you know, maybe I should get involved with like a PAC club, a parent advisory council at my school. Maybe I should get more involved with sports teams. And we're certainly not saying in any way, shape, or form that people aren't doing that. But if you're one of those people that has thought about maybe doing it, and that's about as far as the process has gone, why not do it? You know, give it a shot. Peter and I were putting in a lot of hours and making some pretty significant investments. And, you know, before we started shooting this segment today, we said, you know, who cares if we make money with this thing or not? If we can inspire one individual, then, well, we better start making better videos, because we want to inspire every individual that's watching this thing to get out there and make a difference. So
to wrap it up, Dean, I think that what we'd really love to hear is not only your ideas for the teams. Mm-hmm. I know the teams would really welcome an opportunity to hear different ideas, no matter how wacky or crazy they are. They'd love to hear from you. Mm-hmm. They're not hearing from a lot of people yet, but we know it's coming. But also, Dean and I would love to hear if you're being inspired by what we're doing, by what we're saying, by what some of the groups are doing, like Team Genie or Team TRU, Alpha, Nexus, Matrix, mm-hmm. Let us know about it.
Yeah.
Tell us your story. What's happening in your lives? How the masterminding and the race is affecting perhaps how you look at things. Go to the contact page, race2amillion.ca. Let us know. For race2amillion.ca, I'm Peter Cameron Inglis.
And I'm Dean Pearson. And we hope we're not being too preachy. We just really want you to make a difference in the world. And if we can help out, let us know. We'd be happy to share any information. www.race2amillion.ca. Fans, we promise more specific information to help you race to a million yourself coming up in our next videos.
Liftoff. That's it for this week. Don't forget to hit us up at race2amillion.ca.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick.